have no idea, but I'm willing to see what's behind door number 3. I'm willing to make a change for change's sake. Because what I've gotten over the last 4 games with Dillon Gabriel is a guy that I have serious questions about whether or not he's an NFL quarterback. Seriously.
So what does Kevin Stefanski want out of this?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out whether or not Kevin Stefanski wants to be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Because to continue to stay the course with Dillon Gabriel based on the body of work that we've gotten just doesn't make any sense to me. It's nonsensical. Dillon Gabriel is
absolutely awful. And that's not clickbait. It's the opening line that makes you spill your popcorn. Picture ESPN turning into a roast session and Chris Canty walking in swinging, aimed straight at Kevin Stefanski. He didn't just criticize, he demolished him like a coach-shaped piñata stuffed with bad decisions. The optics were brutal. Your best player slamming his helmet on the sideline after Dillon goes out.
Seems like every day, every morning, every afternoon, every evening, there's something new to talk about. But this morning, on Unsportsmanlike, Get Up with Chris Canty. Chris Canty has some things to say about Kevin Stefanski because basically Chris Canty has walked it back and has caught Kevin Stefanski in a red-handed lie. And he exposed him on national television for the lies that he was saying about Sheduer Sanders and the quarterback.
Dillon comes back and throws 2 brutal second-half interceptions that effectively seal the game. And the whole league watches Cleveland like it's the next reality show with shoulder pads. That's the hook. Chaos on the field, rage in the studio, and a coach who keeps insisting everything's under control. But that was just the beginning. The next instant, you realize this isn't a single bad afternoon. This is a pattern. Every morning, a new hot take. Every afternoon, a new controversy. And every evening, fans refreshing timelines, hoping the front office finally learned how to read a playbook.
Of your best player slamming his helmet on the sideline after Gabriel goes out there and throws 2 brutal interceptions in the second half of that game that effectively seal your fate. At some point, something has to change. And it boggles my mind that Kevin Stefanski is adamant about sticking with Dillon Gabriel after the bye week. After we've seen the quarterback throughout the course of his first 4 starts rank dead last in yards per pass attempt, yards per dropback, air yards per attempt, and have the second worst QBR during that span. The guy can't throw the ball.
Chris Canty walked onto Unsportsmanlike Get Up with receipts. And instead of tissues and support, he brought flamethrowers and a tear-down job. He called out the fake narrative Stefanski built in training camp, the "we'll bring all the rookies along" story, and then exposed it for what it looked like on live TV, a tale that doesn't match the tape. The coach's mantra was supposed to be development and patience. The tape showed mixed reps, phantom injuries, and a rookie kept on ice, while inconsistent starters got crammed into a lineup like mismatched puzzle pieces. Canty's patience evaporated mid-rant. One sentence calm, the next a televised exorcism. Studio lights went still. Even the cameras seemed to shy away from the splash damage. And why wouldn't they? The Browns' quarterback plan looked less like a strategy and more like a math problem written in riddles. A starter allergic to deep throws, backups who barely touch the ball, and a coach treating the depth chart like a family secret.
This shot. This is it. I mean, I don't mean just this one game, but I'm saying this is his chance. Even though it looks like he's been practicing well, what we talked earlier, like it just seems like they don't want to give him the shot to really move up. Well, they have to now. And I salute them for not. I think to start Tyler Huntley in this game would have just been like, yeah, it would have either been insulting or he is just light years away from being ready to play in an NFL game. And so I'm glad he's getting a start. I said earlier, maybe he plays a half, Huntley plays. If he's playing well, he's going to play 3 quarters.
That's the scene Kanty walked into, and he didn't whisper. He ran the gamut. Inconsistency, clunky rotations, sabotage by committee. Fans who'd been screaming for weeks suddenly had a publicist for their frustration. But hang on, it gets messier. The analytics don't lie. During Dillon's first 4 starts, he ranked dead last in yards per pass attempt, yards per drop back, and air yards per attempt, with one of the worst QB yardage marks in that window. If you're a numbers person, those are red alerts. If you're a coach, you pivot. If you're Kevin Stefanski, You pivot with a smile and keep handing the clipboard back to the same guy who keeps accidentally passing turnovers like Valentine's cards. The studio called it what it looked like: malpractice disguised as loyalty, stubbornness dressed up as trust. And the rookie on the bench, Sheduer Sanders, looked like a statue carved out of wasted potential, calm, professional, watching a season slip by as if it were being stolen in plain sight. Fans begged for a change. Analysts screamed. Stefanski's response? Focus. As if focus is a fairy dust.
I'll say it for you. I'll say it for you. Either these are made up injuries, or somebody don't want him to play, or he doesn't want to play. I don't know.
So Sheduer is back on the field today for the Browns, and now the story is, does he want to play? How does he have these mysterious injuries and he's not getting any reps or taking any hits? So if it sounds weird, guys, it probably is. In college, his sack rate was 8.64%. That means that out of 100 throws, he got sacked almost.
You sprinkle on a broken offense and hope it transmutes interceptions into touchdowns. But that press conference language quickly rang hollow. Reporters asked direct questions and were met with deflection that felt more like stagecraft than leadership.